ain't that something? Well, just like Mr. Greeley said, it's really something. Mr. Greeley needed the money, so me and Little Joe put up $500 and bought ourselves 2/3 of a going enterprise.
$500?
That's right. And Greeley's gonna run the place for us.
Yeah, and all we got to do is just sit back and collect 2/3 of the profit.
How long have you two been in the saloon business?
About 4 weeks.
And this is the first you tell me about.
What's the first time we saw it? We didn't want to spoil everything.
Yeah, and we wanted you to see it too, Paul.
Well, I know a little bit about the cattle business and horse business and lumber, but I'm afraid saloons aren't in my line.
Mr. Greeley says it's going to be a regular gold mine.
Just look at the business they're doing there.
All right, let's take a look inside. Yeah. David, take the horses.
Howdy. H. Turner?
I thought you said the man's name was Greeley.
Old man Greeley? Oh, his place is down the street, hon.
Thank you.
Trail's End. Certainly well named. Gold mine? You sure Greeley didn't say coal mine?
Oh, you can't judge a place on first impression.
Well, how many impressions do you need? Jamie. Jamie? Jamie, why don't you wait for us outside? There's no place for you to be.
Well, I was just taking a look.
I said,
Hey, Jamie, go on. Do like Paul says. Ain't fitting a boy your age to be talking to fancy women.
Hoss,
Yeah.
we made a mistake.
Joe, you ain't even give it a half a chance yet.
Customers?
oh, you're Mr. Greeley.
Greeley? No, sirs. I, sirs, am Darius Dalrymple, your bartender and servant. Sure you wouldn't like a drink, gentlemen? No. Yeah. It's marvelous. I buy it over at the Golden Spurs Saloon. 25 cents a shot, straight whiskey. Good stuff. You sure you don't want any? No. Where is Mr. Greeley? Oh, he's over at Snedeker's. That's the funeral parlor.
Well, what's he doing at the funeral parlor?
He's a client.
Boys, look, you take my advice right now. You get rid of this place immediately. Understand?
Yes, sir.
And the moment you do, meet us in Carson City.
Yeah. Paul, best of luck with Miss Frost. I don't think you're going to need it, but...
Well, good luck to you, too. I'm afraid you will.
Hey, you're Mr. Greeley's partners. Well, you mustn't sell. You mustn't. Why not? Well, you can make yourself a tidy profit from this establishment. That'd be the only thing tidy in this place. Excuse me, my customer.
Howdy, partner.
Oh, French, you don't speak English. You speak French?
Not so as you can notice it, no.
See, I told you can make yourself a tidy profit from this establishment.
Wait a minute. That's 15 cents. You told me you paid 25 cents a shot for the whiskey.
Yeah, well, that's all French you can afford.
Oh.
Hey, seeing as how you're Greeley's partners and all, don't you think we should go over and pay our last respects to poor Jebediah? And maybe I'll tell you something about Trail's End. Maybe.
Oh, I think I know everything about Trails End I need to.
Wait a minute, little brother. Maybe we ought to go over and pay our last respects to our ex-partner. Huh? What about him, huh?
Oh, he's all set. He only buys the one drink.
Good, all we can lose is a dime.
Rest in peace, Jebediah. You know, I was all he had in the world. Poor neglected soul. Speaking of neglect, Mr. Snedeker, I strongly object to Mr. Greeley being stashed away in a back room like a floor mop.
Well, I'm certainly not going to put a saloon keeper in my front parlor.
Well, you got Reuben Lucas out front, and Jebediah is just as good a man as Lucas. He's just as dead.
I'm sure you understand my position. I'm president of the local temperance league. I trust you're in sympathy with the anti-saloon movement.
Well, we try to see both sides of it.
Mrs. Lucas, you must be brave. Mrs. Lucas runs the boarding house.
$2 a day in advance. Dinner's at 6.
Young lady, contain yourself.
I can't help it. I loved him so much.
Who are you, girl?
I'm his daughter. Who are you?
Well, I guess I'm your mother, seeing as how this is my husband laid out here.
Now, there must be some explanation. What's your name, young lady?
Ellen Sue Greeley.
An innocent case of mistaken identity. This way, Miss Greeley, and my condolences.
Greeley's daughter? Jebediah never said nothing about having a daughter.
Don't you think it's kind of strange she doesn't recognize her own father?
Oh, no, it happens all the time. When a loved one passes away, the survivor sometimes goes into shock. Grief unhinges the mourner's mind.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Besides, they all sort of look alike once they're in the box.
Mr. Cartwright, may I call you by your first name?
Oh, yeah, Joe.
Thank you. Mr. Cartwright, I'm about to impart something to you that I've never breathed to another living soul.
There, my dear. You must be brave now.
Oh, I'll be all right. I have to be. I intend to operate my father's saloon.
Well, of course you will. He would have wanted it that way. Told me so many times. Place is kind of a mess right now. You got a nice place to stay?
I've checked into the boarding house.
My boarding house?
What do you think, Joe? Do you think Ellen Sue could make a go of it?
Oh, what? We got one customer and we lose 10 cents every time he comes in.
Oh, come on, be serious. I mean, she's all alone in the world. I think we ought to give her a chance.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
I figured you would.
You're gonna tell her to keep me on?
Why not?
Gentlemen, may I say that there has not been a finer display of generosity towards one's fellow man since old Abe delivered his second inaugural address. No, sir, that's... Oh, welcome to Trails End, Miss Greeley.
Oh, so this is my poor dear daddy's place.
Miss Greeley, congratulations. We're going to let you run this saloon.
Oh, thank you. I'm so delighted.
And you know what? I come with the place.
It's not much help, but it's hard running a saloon.
Oh, well, we Greeleys are used to hard work. Back in Boston.
Boston? I thought your pa was from Philadelphia.
Back in Philadelphia, yes, we learned how to work hard.
How long did you live in Philadelphia?
Oh, 5, 6...
14 years.
14 years, right. And I was just a small thing then, but I can remember my mom was saying, Jeremiah, she said, we really ought to move out west. What'd I say?
Well, we thought your pa's name was Jebediah.
Well, of course, but we had this little joke. You see, when I was small, I couldn't pronounce Jebediah, so we called him Jeremiah, and you don't believe a word of this, do you?
No.
No. I didn't think so.
And why don't you tell us what you're up to, huh?
I don't know. Somebody hired me to pose as what's-his-name? Greeley's daughter.
Who?
I don't know that either. I never met him. Honest. Would I lie to you?
I think you better tell us the whole story.
Well, my real name is Ellen Sue Carpenter, and this man I never met before sent me this letter of instructions.
Where did you meet this contact in the first place?
Through the Tustin Flats jail.
This fellow was in jail, huh?
No, I was in jail. You see, I was selling bottled water and calling it the Fountain of Youth of Tustin Flats. Told everybody I was 100 years old. Don't laugh, I was doing just fine until one day somebody happened to say something about the '49 gold rush, and I wasn't thinking, and I said that was before my time. I'm always doing dumb things like that.
Why would anybody want you to pretend that you were Greeley's daughter?
I wasn't told. The letter just said I would get a big cash bonus if I could just do it right.
Somebody's after Trail's End, that's what.
Yeah, I suppose so, because the letter of instructions said that I was to be sure to say I wanted to take over the saloon. Why?
Well, whoever this party is figures they can get it for nothing, that's why.
I think it's a fair price.
Well, whoever this mysterious party is, if they want to go to all this trouble to get it, maybe they put up some money. I think we can smoke them out, little Joe.
Tustin Flats not that far away. Let's give it a try.
Let's go. That's for you, young lady.
I know. Back to jail.
No, we're not going to prosecute. Just go and con no more.
Dearie?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm about to impart a secret to you that I have never breathed to another living soul.
Oh, I wonder if you could breathe it from a little farther back.
But first, you got to agree that we're partners. I mean, word of honor.
You got it.
You know, you seem like a very enterprising young lady. If you could get your hands on $500, buy out the Cartwrights.
Yeah?
I'll split the Greeley fortune with you.
Why don't we split the fortune first, and then I'll buy them out?
Well, I haven't found it. You know, I know what you're thinking. This man's a drunk.
You're right. That's right. That's exactly
Miss
what I was standing
Carpenter,
here thinking.
may I call you Ellen Sue? Thank you. Miss Carpenter, old Jebediah, he hid a fortune here someplace, and I'm going to find it. You see, your father, bless his gentle memory.
He wasn't my father.
That's good. You wouldn't have liked him. Mean old codger. Loved to torment a person, you know? He kept giving me those devilish hints about the loot. He said, keep searching, Darius. Keep looking. It's close enough to spit at. He never flat out said where it was. He just torment me with them hints. Little by little, I'm remembering. Yes, sir, every day I recollect a bit more. And one day, when I put it all together, eureka!
What's a eureka?
It means I've found it.
Which you haven't. And which you won't, because there really isn't any money. There never is, I know.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong, miss. You're wrong. If you could get your hands on $500.
I don't have $5. As a matter of fact, I was sort of counting on maybe you would loan me some money to pay my board and stage fare out of here.
Me?
About $50. 40. 30.
I don't have a penny. Listen, I mean, if you're in a hurry to catch a stage out of here, haven't you got anything you can sell?
Uh-huh. Our secret. Oh, I know a lot of people would pay high money for information like that.
Oh. Hey, that's outrageous.
Yeah.
I mean, that's low and
You're right.
I mean, and that's unscrupulous.
Unscrupulous.
You took the word right out of my mouth.
Well, I'll do it, and you'll have a regular gold rush in here, and somebody's going to find that fortune before you do.
You wouldn't.
No, $30 would protect our secret.
It's cheap at twice the price. I got some. I got something here. Here, look at this. This is what clock my mama gave me. Look at that. $70 if it's worth a cent.
Mr. Dalrymple.
Hmm?
Try again.
What? Well, I got something here for you. Oh, wait a minute. There you are. Protect yourself.
You better come up with something.
Oh, wait. Hey, No, some things is sacred. Here, look at that, huh? How about that, huh?
What am I gonna do with that?
Well, sell it to Miss Lucas. Look good in her dining room. The frame alone is worth $5.
Yeah. Well, losers can't be choosers, as they say. Thank you.
Thank you. It's secret, you know. Shh.
How long will it take to complete the arrangements, Mr. Blakely?
Well, with a cattle deal of this magnitude, I'd say approximately, precisely 3 days, Miss Frost.
Very well. Fetch the pen, Mr. Blakely.
Miss Frost, this is a rather large transaction. If you would like to examine a few of the specimens of our cattle.
Oh, not necessary. It's a man's character that has to stand up under scrutiny. And may I say that I've heard nothing but good things about the Cartwrights.
Thank you.
And rest assured, I inquired. I had hoped to meet your 2 sons before I returned to the East.
Well, you may still be able to. They're not too far from here.
Yeah, they're in Upright.
In what?
Upright, that's a town. They have a saloon there.
Saloon.
Miss Frost.
The impeccable Cartwrights. Traffic in demon rum.
Miss Frost, the boys impulsively went into a business venture. Of course, saloons are not on the Cartwright line.
Do they? Or do they not own a saloon?
Very soon, they will not. I've advised them to sell.
Did you now?
I'll send them a wire in the morning.
The telegraph office is open now, sir.
Hey, Dalrymple, what the? Cut that out. How are we gonna sell this place if you tearing it apart like that?
Sell. You got a buyer?
Well, we got a couple of prospects, so put that stove back together again.
Mr. Cartwright, sir? May I call you Hoss?
Well, I reckon so.
Thank you. Mr. Cartwright, I am about to impart a secret to you that I have never breathed to another living soul.
You got a telegram here for Cartwright?
Yo,
Thank you.
there it is. I'm shut down for the night, so if you answer that, it'll have to wait till morning.
Morning will be good enough.
You know, meaning no disrespect, but your paw's all wrong.
About what?
Oh, this is a good town for 2 young fellas to start a business in.
Boss, just got a telegram from Pa. We gotta sell this place and quick.
Huh?
Yeah, wait if you see me.
Well, we ain't selling.
Can you maintain this schedule if we decide to use the Kansas City stockyards?
Well, we'll find that out as soon as we make the first shipment.
If, Mr. Cartwright,
I beg your pardon?
if you make your first shipment, we haven't gone into business with you yet.
Miss Frost, let me reassure you.
I would like to have you reassure me.
There's a telegram for you.
Oh, thank you. What I've been waiting for. There's been a slight delay in Upright. Better send those boys another wire immediately.
Tell them they have 48 hours to divorce themselves from that depraved enterprise.
48 hours. Very good.
Mr. Cartwright, I shall want to see the bill of sale.
Just listen to me for one.
Joseph, you can just forget about it now. My mind's made up. I ain't gonna sell. We ain't selling this.
Sent us a wire, and he wants us to get out from under this place.
Joseph, that was before he knew about the fortune.
Oh, fortune. Now, that's fairy tale talk. There's no fortune in this
Wait
job.
till Dalrymple comes in and you ask him yourself.
Did you say wait till he comes in or wait till he comes to?
I'm gonna go get some breakfast.
Trying to pay your bill with a thing like that.
You nasty old hag, what about my luggage?
You'll get it when you can pay your bill with respectable cash.
that barn. If I'd known beat all, how'd our pitcher get out here, you reckon?
Look, will you just listen to me?
Joe, will you lay off me after I've had some breakfast?
Look, how can you think about it? We got some problems, you know?
Ain't it, lady?
I don't want it in here, and keep it out.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Mr. Cartwright. Telegram.
Thank you. Oh, great. Great. Here we go again, huh? From Pa. Imperative you sell saloon today. Stop. Wire me when sale accomplished.
Joe, just do me one favor, will you? Talk to Dollar.
Good morning. Here we go. Thank you. Oh, I beg your pardon. I must have dozed off.
Yeah, you spent the night there, Dalrymple. Hey, tell Joe about the Greeley fortune.
The Greeley what?
It's all right. You can talk to him. He's my brother. Tell him about it.
Mr. Cartwright, have you been drinking?
No, I ain't been drinking, but I'm getting a mite riled up. Last night, you stood right over there by that stove, and you told me about a fortune that old Greeley had stashed in this here saloon.
I said that?
Yeah, and you said something else. You said he said something very special, that fortune was so close that a man could spit on it. And that's how come you was tearing up that stove, because old Greeley was always sitting there spitting on that stove.
How gross. Oh, all right, let's make it short and sweet, Mr. Dalrymple. Is there or isn't there a fortune hidden here someplace? I thought only children believed in fantasies, Mr. Cartwright. Oh, they do.
Dalrymple, last night you... I'll go get you a drink. Maybe that'll help you remember.
Oh, no, thank you. I've given it up.
Good morning, fellas.
Oh, look who's here, the 100-year-old woman.
Now, is that any way to talk to a girl who's going to arrange to take this place off your hands?
Keep your money in your pocket, your hand on your billfold, Joe.
I'm serious. I ran into my mysterious party.
I mean, face to face?
And he has authorized me to buy Trail's End from you.
Well, how come he don't just come out in person and deal with us?
Never mind. He's a very proper gentleman, and he's very sweet.
Yeah, well, why don't you just tell this mysterious, sweet, proper gentleman of yours that if he'll give us $600, we'll give him Trail's End.
Well, what if I could get more than $600?
I think $600 is plenty.
I'll tell you what now. I'll keep him dangling, and anything over $600, we split 50-50.
Honey, if you can get over $600 for this place, you deserve the money.
Ignore first wire, expect sale, a nice profit, Joe. Well, that makes me feel better.
I guess you're word for nothing, huh?
Well, Hoss is so easily persuaded to get into things, but Joe brings him down to earth.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, do you think you could ride out to Upright tomorrow, get the bill of sale, and bring it back all on the same day?
Sure, Pa.
Good boy.
Jebediah, no, where was it you said it was, huh?
Don't chase after the dollar, Dalrymple. The man who chases after the dollar never fights.
That's it. It's not dollars, no. Maybe it's gold. But where? Where? Oh, come on. Think, Dalrymple, think. Let me see now. Greeley was standing right there.
Ever hear the story of the man who was looking for acres of diamonds, Dalrymple? Searched the world. And they were right in his backyard all the time. Right under his feet.
Diamonds! That's it, diamonds.
Hey, Joe, what is that? Yeah.
It's probably just mice.
Well, dang mice as big as coyotes. The noisiest place I ever tried to sleep in. Like Never fell asleep.
You all right?
Dalrymple.
Dalrymple!
Oh, my, what's this? Oh.
This was our staircase until you demolished it. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. I apologize, but I don't remember anything. Of course, if I'm responsible in any way, why, just take it out of my salary.
Dalrymple, we don't pay you no salary.
Thanks for the drink. It's just what I needed to get my strength back.
Drink? Why, that's the 6th one aboard for you. Now, you go on back to Trail's End. I've got a lot of business to take care of.
Mr. Turner?
What?
Mr. Turner? Can I call you Charlie?
Call me anything, but just stay on your feet and move along.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. I got a proposition to make. Now, I want you to buy Trail's End and make you my partner. I mean, make me your partner.
Why, of course, Dalrymple. And by the way, what's in it for me?
Quarter? About $250,000.
$250,000?
Mr. Turner? Mr. Turner, I am about to impart a secret to you that I have never breathed to another living soul. And then one night, Mr. Greeley, he says to me, "You want to know where the loot is? Just ask. Just ask."
Ask who, Dalrymple? Ask who?
I can't remember. My head's clearing.
Have another drink.
Ask a fat lady. That's what he said. Ask a fat lady.
Who's the fat lady?
Shh, I know who he meant. It's the woman in the painting over the bar.
Dalrymple, a painting can't talk.
I know. But what he meant was the clue's in the picture. Yeah.
Talking. Now, he said ask the fat lady. Okay, we're asking. Her eyes. Follow the direction of her eyes. Chandelier.
To the chandelier, boys!
That's not it. Not the chandelier. Her foot's pointing to the wall. There it is.
Here.
I got it. No, I saw it first. Let me get it. Oh, there it is. I saw it first.
You know I've been thinking of settling down in Upright.
Well, but you couldn't wait to be moving on, Ellen Sue.
That's for you.
There's some nice people in this town.
What'd you do if you stayed here, not open a saloon out here?
I might open a restaurant where folks could get a good meal like veal parmesan and chicken cacciatore and ravioli and European cuisine.
European. Them's Italian.
Well, Italy's in Europe, isn't it? Well, anyway, it's the only fancy food I know how to cook. I grew up in an Italian neighborhood back east. Well, let's get down to business.
Good.
What did you say you wanted for Trail's End?
Please, just make us an offer.
1,400. Not good enough, you say? 1,500.
1,500?
Well, let's not haggle. 1,600.
Now, wait a minute. I want Sue. I mean...
Joe, Hoss. Listen, there's a bunch of people over there. They're tearing your saloon apart.
What?
Well, it seems there's a fortune hid there, and everybody's after it.
Somebody call me?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Get out of here. Get out of here. Out! Out! Get out of here.
Get out. Get out.
Out.
Some sheriff. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Money will do to people.
Speaking of money, my client still wants to buy this place. And you better sell before there isn't anything left to sell.
Well, it's fine by me. 1,600, right, Joe?
Right.
Joe?
What?
I say, we'll sell for $1,600, right?
Wrong.
Wrong?
Trail's End is not for sale at any price.
Joseph!
Well, I think we've covered every possible contingency.
Except for the binding contract. And we know what that is contingent upon.
Now, Miss Frost, you saw the telegram for yourself. And Jamie should be here at any time now with the bill of sale.
It's a telegram for you, Mr. Cartwright.
Well, what?
Well, I'll have to ride out to Brighton myself. It's been an unforeseen complication.
Mr. Cartwright, unless I have written proof by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning that you and yours no longer own a saloon, we should be disaffiliated. You may go with him, Mr. Blakely.
Thank you, Miss Frost.
It's gotta be here someplace. All we gotta do is keep looking, keep looking. Come on, Jamie, get that worried look off your face. You're not in any trouble with Pa.
Well, he said come right back with that bill of sale, which I don't have.
We ain't sold the place yet. Until we sell it, we can't have a bill of sale.
Well, will you stop worrying about Pa's deal with Miss Frost? It's meaningless. How can you compare that with $500,000 buried in here someplace? All you gotta do is think. We'll find it.
Jamie, you've been told about looking at indecent pictures.
Hoss, I was just looking for clues. You said the clue was in the picture someplace.
Yeah, we'll look for the clues once you get some sleep.
Oh, come on, Joseph. Wait a minute. I think I've got it.
Got what?
It's the frame, Joe. That's solid gold, I'll bet.
What?
Looks like it.
Hey, maybe he's got some.
Be Dad burned right in front of our eyes all the time.
That's what Greeley used to say. Thou hast eyes to see, and thou seest not.
Jamie, boy, I think you struck gold.
Let's take it to the assayer, Joe.
You bet.
Pure gold.
Looked like gold. I'm sorry.
Well, not half as sorry as the assayer was when we woke him up in the middle of the night.
Well, let's get some sleep.
Yeah.
Now, remember, won't you go home?
We'll find it. Get a fresh start in the morning.
I'll give you a hint, Darius. There's more to what you see than you're seeing. You've got to see below the surface, my boy. You've got to look below and beyond and behind.
Below, beyond, and behind. Behind?
ourselves a good breakfast, and go find Dalrymple and go over this place inch by inch.
Hey. What's that?
We got half the town out there. Oh, you're not gonna wreck the place this time.
Listen, I got a deal for you.
Ready to start the bidding.
Mr. Cartwright, I'll give you $3,000 for Trails End.
I'll give 4,000 and I'll throw in the boarding house.
6,000.
7.
7,500.
8. What am I doing? I'm bidding against myself. It's not fair. Dalrymple swore he'd never breathe it to another soul.
Hey, where is Dalrymple?
$8,500.
9,000. 95.
$10,000.
It's not for sale at any price.
Right there now. It's mine. It's all, the law's 9/10 of possession. Find it.
Wait a minute.
That's all right.
But wait a minute, we own the place.
It's all right, it's all right. I'll cut you in, but it's mostly mine.
You keep it.
Well, we're open for bids. Somebody said something about $10,000. Speak right up, don't be bashful.
What about 7? You, sir?
6?
How about 5,000? Anybody? 5,000? That's a lot of building for 5,000.
How about 4,000?
Even if you...
Throw in the signs and everything.
Hi, Pop.
Well, it is, Paul. Hi, Paul. It's a long story, Paul.
I'm sure it is. How much time do we have left, Mr. Blakely?
Less than an hour.
I want you to abandon this place, burn it down, give it away.
I'm afraid Miss Frost doesn't do business that way. She wants a legitimate bill of sale.
There's a telegraph office down the street if you wanted to maybe send her a telegram.
Thank you.
I'm gonna sell it for $3,500.
Why not be so
I must be kidding
greedy?
myself. $3,500.
Why trying to take advantage of poor Mr. Snedeker?
7. The guy
Of course, when you think about it, he
$10,000.
wasn't
What
very
did I say?
honest either.
I said, no, I don't want to
So
sell
he was really pretty
it. Looked at
sneaky.
Hoss, he wanted to sell it. I wouldn't
I
do
think he owes me an
Why wouldn't I sell
apology.
it? The place isn't worth anything, and I could have gotten $10,000. I don't understand.
Frenchie, I'm sorry, but we're closed. I mean, we're closed forever. It's all over. Dalrymple, give him a drink. Give him all he wants. Jamie, out.
I was just,
Out.
wait outside.
Don't say anything. I just had a long talk with myself. I should have sold the place when we had a chance.
Well, I just hope we didn't blow the deal for Paul with Miss Frost.
Yeah, I'm afraid we did. Unless we can find somebody to buy this place.
Dalrymple, you're the man that needs to own this saloon.
At a real good price, $100. $50?
We'll loan you the money.
Mr. Cartwright?
Just call me Hoss.
Thank you. Mr. Cartwright, I'm about to impart a secret to you that I have never breathed to another living soul.
Joe, there's just got to be somebody we can...
Be careful, I won't anything left to sell in this place.
I'll fix it. Dad, burn it. We got to find somebody as dumber than we are, Joe.
Morning, Mr. Cartwright. You ought to be more careful. There's a law against messing up the streets around here.
Why, good morning, Sheriff. You're just the man we're looking for. Have you ever thought about going into business for yourself?
It's not really as crazy an idea as it sounds. You know, the saloon business, Sheriff, happens to be a wonderful business. People love to drink, and they do it all the time.
As a matter of fact, have you been inside this place lately?
Yeah, it doesn't look great from the outside.
Absolutely.
A little trim here, a little awning,
You're a hand.
And when you hired me to buy that saloon, you didn't mention there was a treasure hidden there.
Turns out there wasn't.
Serves you right. You were trying to swindle the Cartwrights, and me too.
But that's why I hired you. You were in jail for swindling.
That was different. I was working for myself.
I apologize.
I accept.
If I could have 5 or 10 minutes of your time.
What for?
I want to express my admiration both for you and for a very good idea that you had.
Well, it doesn't hurt to listen.
Sheriff, what else can I say to you? How are you going to beat the price? $10. Look at this. Have you just sold a place for fire, would you double your money?
Well, you might be right.
You got the deed?
You bet I do.
I like to think on things before I make up my mind. Tell you what, I'll let you know.
When?
Oh, end of the week.
But, Sheriff, we got a lot of serious prospects, Sheriff. You gotta get this deal while you can get it.
I'll let you know.
You know that restaurant we were talking about?
Ellen,
the
so
one that
not
always
now.
went
Will you
open?
please? We got problems of our own. You big
fat cow.
You
broke my heart.
Hey, hold it. Frenchie. No comprende. Sorry, I don't speak French.
Hey, that's not French. That's Italian.
What's a Frenchman doing speaking Italian?
Signore, lei è italiano?
Sì, signorina. Lei parla italiano molto bene.
Grazie. French is Italian.
You understand what he's saying?
Yeah.
Hey, ask him a question for me, will you?
What?
Ask him why he comes in a rat hole like this when there's such a nice place down the street like the Golden Spur.
Signore, vuole saper perché no andante all'altro saloon?
Altro quattro posto, non c'è un Tiziano.
He says the other place doesn't have a Titian.
Oh.
What the heck's a Titian?
Che cosa è Tiziano?
Che cos'è Tiziano? Oh, mamma mia! Tu non sai un Tiziano! Da me è il pioggi di oro. È il raro, magnifico lavoro di arte in tutto il mondo.
That's a Titian. He says it's a rare work of art.
Sicuro.
But if this is a real work of art, it's worth an awful lot of money. What am I telling you for?
Well, maybe it's because you're turning honest.
Yeah, but I can't make any money that way.
There's some funny things happening out there on the porch.
Never mind the porch. Is he sure?
Signor, sei sicuro?
Ma sicuro, signorina. Credo che io, Ernesto Giuseppe Antonio Martinucci Martinelli Sargino, non faccio un Tiziano.
He's sure.
We did it! Hey, Joe! We're rich!
About the porch.
Take a hike, you. How much is it worth, huh?
Quando costa?
That's the Greeley's fortune! And I gave it away.
Yeah, to me, and I threw it away. Oh, somebody hit me with a stick.
Hey, Jamie, come here.
Come here.
What about the porch?
Never mind the porch. Take a look at that picture and get some culture in you, boy.
Is the naked lady famous?
Guarda com'è bella, Con le colori.
Have some respect, Jamie. Not only is she famous, she's a piece of art.
Guardi la faccia, che bello, La faccia, le mani, e le linee tutte.
What's he saying?
It don't make no difference. You just pay attention.
Ah, salute, Tiziano. Salute da me.
Mr. Cartwright, you've got 4 minutes to sell your property.
Boss? Joe? Hey. Let's take it out there and show it to Pa.
Oh, I hope
Wait
he
till he sees that.
He won't want to look at Miss Frost again, I'll tell you.
Careful. Paul, we ain't got to sell it all. It's an authentic Titian. It's worth more money than we can even count.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the Titian that was stolen on its way to the San Francisco Art Museum.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Cartwright, but if this here's stolen property, I'll have to take care of it.
2 minutes.
Well, you just have to express my regrets to Miss Frost.
Fellas?
Not now, Ellen Sue, not now.
Listen. We want to buy the
Sold. We're opening a restaurant.
Yeah, veal parmesan, chicken cacciatore, and ravioli.
Never mind the menu.
We're offering $200.
He meant $25.
Sold. Give her the deed.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That's it.
You still had 45 seconds left.
Told you we wouldn't let you down.
Didn't take long to get the whole story. This here painting was hijacked on its way to the San Francisco Art Museum. Been missing near 10 years now.
I still can't believe it's worth all that money.
One doesn't think of art in terms of money, Mrs. Lucas.
Goodbye, fat lady.
Take a good look, Jamie. You may never get a chance to see another great work of art like that.
Could you tell me something, Hoss?
Well, I ain't no expert, but I can try. What?
Well, I was just wondering, why is it that I couldn't look at the naked lady when she was just a naked lady, and now all of a sudden I can because she's a great work of art?
Well, that's simple, Jamie, because you see, it's with a... Hey, Joe, explain that to him, will you?
Oh, well, it's simple. When you put something on a can. You're his father. Why don't you tell him?
Well, Jamie, it's, Frenchie.
Dio. Questo ragazzo non sa Tiziano? Ehi, mamma mia, ma che... Questo è Tiziano. Sono una